Hi, my name is Jamie Horton and I am going to do a quick presentation about parental leave in Australia and America. But first, a little about myself. I am pursuing a bachelor's degree in business with a concentration in oil and gas management. If all goes well, I will be graduating in May of next year. I am a huge animal lover, except for spiders. They creep me out, and I love to read. I will read novels or non-fiction. I will read pretty much anything. I am a big science nerd, and so I love to read about science, especially biology. I have dogs and cats who are my best buddies, and we take good care of each other. The other important thing about me is that I'm a coal miner, so I feel strongly about fossil fuels in the environment. Don't get me started on animal agriculture and how it is worse for the environment than fossil fuels, and how hypocritical 90% of anti-fuel people are. I may work in coal, but as a vegan I am more green than any of the anti-coal people I have ever met. Due to environmental concerns, the power plant my mine sells to is under attack by the EPA, and so in 2017 I may or may not be out of a job. So I am trying to plan ahead. I would like to go to graduate school and either get an MBA or something similar. Since I live in Farmington, I will have to continue my education online. Since I am a big science nerd, I would love to go into research, but Farmington has to be my home for a couple different reasons. I don't have children of my own, but I believe strongly in reproductive rights for women and men. I also think it is simply good policy for the long-term health and strength of America. Research has shown that maternal leave, in particular, decreases the risk of mothers developing postpartum depression, and even infant mortality decreases. Also, it helps retain women in the workforce. Women don't leave their jobs because they get all fuzzy-headed when they have a baby. They are what economists call rational actors, doing the best they can with the options available to them. The USA ranks 17th in female workplace participation, due largely in part to the lack of maternity leave. This leads to women losing out on earning potential, and if they re-enter the workforce, their career has suffered significantly. So without further ado, here is my presentation. I hope you enjoy it. I had a lot of fun putting it together. I have just found out that I am pregnant and I need to know about maternity leave.
Congratulations. Well, luckily you live in Australia, so there are many programs to help you and your partner with your new baby.
My partner can get leave too? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, seriously. So anyway, if you have worked for your same employer for 12 months, you can qualify for 18 weeks paid leave at the national minimum wage. This is for the primary caregiver, so it could be you or your partner. The cool thing is that you can get parental leave from your employer and the government. You don't have to choose just one.
Awesome.
You can do a lot with that much leave. And the dad or other partner, even same-sex partners, get 2 weeks off at the minimum wage.
Okay, but what if I needed more time off? Like I am really digging on hanging out with my baby, or one of us has health problems? Do I have to go back to work?
Don't worry. You can get 12 months unpaid leave, and you can even request 12 more months. This way you can bond with your new baby and not have to lose your job.
Are you sure I don't lose my job? That seems like a lot to expect from an employer. Wouldn't they want to replace me?
Now don't you worry yourself. The Australian government supports pregnant women and sees parental leave as a reasonable investment in the future.
Hey, boss, how's it going today?
Okay, Vicky, what do you want?
It's Victoria, actually. I've got something really important to talk to you about. So I just found out I am pregnant and I wanted to talk to you about maternity leave.
I am not sure what you are getting at. Maternity leave? What is that?
Well, I was hoping that after I had the baby I could take some time off to recover, spend time with the baby and my husband. I am entitled to family medical and leave for up to 12 weeks, but I wondered if the company offered paid leave?
This is the United States of America. You don't get paid to just sit around on your butt recovering from a life-changing and physically stressful event. If you wanted paid leave, you should have gotten a job at a company that bought into that new age hippie crap. I need to talk to someone. Here's the deal, honey. FMLA only applies to companies with more than 50 employees. We only have 49, so you are just out of luck. Sweetheart.
Surely there is something that can be done. I am a good employee and I don't think I should be punished just for having a baby.
There is absolutely nothing the company or the government wants to do for you. I guess you should have thought of this before you decided to be born a woman.
Well, that sucks. I would think America would want women and children to be healthier. I guess this is just based on sexist notions about women not belonging in the workplace and men not being involved with their children.
So I have learned a lot about parental leave, but how does it apply to my particular employer? BHP Billiton. That is a good question. They are an Australian company, but I work in America. So do I get the Australian leave or the American lack of leave? Let's figure this out. Go Team Samir and Scott. S and S. That's a pretty lame team name. Let's be Blue Ring Octopus. Octopuses? Octopi. So it says here that BHP offers 14 whole weeks to the primary caregiver of a newborn or adopted child. And also that the primary caregiver gets 4 weeks of pay once they return. Like as a comeback to work after a baby bonus or something. And the non-primary caregiver gets 1 week off. And instead of having to work for the company for 12 months like the government rules, you only have to work for BHP for 90 days. Wow. That's really generous. It seems like BHP really values their employees and their families. So that would mean that an Australian employee would get 14 weeks off through BHP and also 18 weeks at the minimum wage from the government? Man, I should move to Australia and have a baby. Well, with that hair you could definitely pass as a girl. Ha 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 ha, I cracked myself up. What? I thought that was a good joke. They don't appreciate your gender stereotyping. They are a socially aware audience. Whatever. Yeah, well, whatever back at you. I'm sorry. Friends? Blue Ring Octopi forever.
I hope you all learned something and have a great night, and now I am off for a beer.